أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Brothers and sisters in the journey of Islam, the Prophet of Islam has said, alayhi salatu wassalam, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمها. That is, the best of you is he who has learned the Quran with heart and who has taught it again. If you or an I want to be the best among this ummah, most especially in this end of days, in this Akhirul Zaman that we are living in, the best thing is to learn the Quran by the heart and teach it. That is the purpose of this medium. That is why today I want to make this introductory video, so that subsequently we'll keep updating it and releasing new videos on the Tafsir Qur'an in Akhirul Zaman, a detailed explanation of the Holy Qur'an in the end of days. For those of you who are coming here for the first time, you should consider to subscribe to this channel so that we will continue to study the Quran together, to explain the Quran in details. And most especially, we are lucky in this age that a lot of prophecies of our Prophet ﷺ are coming into light. So we are lucky in this age, we will understand the Quran better than any other time before us. For example, the Prophet ﷺ has said that we should hurry up and perform our Hajj before they will prevent us from performing Hajj. The scholars of our ulama, those before us, used to think maybe there is going to be some kind of wicked leaders in Arabia that will prevent people from coming to Hajj. But today we understand it better by seeing the advent of these global lies and events that are occurring, like the issue of coronavirus, which is the only lie today available for the Saudi government to stop Al-Hajj, judging by what has happened in the Hindu Hajj. For that reason, because people were dying in that gathering, they now say we should also stop our Hajj. So now we understand the reason why our Prophet told us to hurry up and go for our Hajj before they will come and prevent us. So we, inshallah, as this kind of events are unfolding, for those of you that are watching these videos, please, it is your job and my job. Any significant event that occurs in the world today, please, you should let me know. You can email me on abubakar211@yahoo.com so that I can use that event in this Tafsir series by the grace of Allah. Let us just join our hands together as we are making this video. This is not just my effort, but the effort of the Ummah of Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. For those of you that are listening, please, any significant event that is occurring around the globe, you can just email it to me, or you can send it to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, Sheikh Sadiq Bida, a YouTube channel. I will be uploading these videos. You can send it to me, or you can send it to my email at abubakar211@yahoo.com, so that we can use those events, we can interpret them and use them to understand the Holy Quran, so that we will make recent interpretations of the Holy Quran. May Allah guide us to the straight path. If you want to understand the tafsir of the Holy Quran, you have to look at it from the time of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. The best of all tafsirs of the Holy Quran is the Tafsirul Qur'an bil Qur'an. That is the interpretation of the Holy Quran by the Holy Quran itself. Like the surahs of the Holy Quran where Allah himself is describing himself Allah says, He's commanding the Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, Kul, tell them, Huwallahu ahad. Tell them He is Allah, the One. This is Allah describing Himself. There is no any other way you or me or any other person out there can describe Allah better than these words. Allahu Samad. Allah is self-existing. It doesn't depend on any natural element to sustain His existence. That's the meaning of As-Samad. You and I will depend on a lot of things. We depend on food. We depend on water. We depend on air. We depend on each other. But Allah depends on nothing. No any natural element does Allah depends on. So He is As-Samad. Lam yalid. He was not begotten. Walam yulad, and He never begot. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad, and nothing is like unto Him in any other form. So this is Allah explaining Himself. This is Tafsirul Qur'an bil Qur'an. All Allah is saying, the Quran is telling us, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu taqullah haqqa tuqatih wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. O you who believe, fear Allah to the utmost level of Allah's fear, and make sure you don't die until you are a Muslim. Then the Sahabas became worried. Ya Rasulullah, we don't have this capacity to fear Allah to the utmost level of His fear. It's only a prophet of Allah that can do that. We are not prophets. Then Allah reveals another verse again, explaining this verse. Allah says, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu taqullaha mastata'tum. That is, fear Allah according to your level of capacity. Because the Holy Qur'an says, La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. A soul cannot be held responsible upon anything except that which it can comprehend. Imam al-Husayn, alayhi salam, the grandson of the Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, you are not going to be judged except on things that your intellect could comprehend. These are the things Allah is going to judge you with. But those things that are beyond your comprehension, Allah is not going to judge you with them, because these are things you don't know, because you cannot comprehend them. But if you could comprehend, Allah will judge you on them. So this is the issue. That is why the best way of explaining the Quran is the interpretation of the Quran by the Quran itself. The second way is Tafsirul Qur'an bil Sunnah. That is the tafsir of the Holy Qur'an by the Sunnah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, or by the way the Prophet himself explained the Quran. Like the verse of the Quran which says, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِعَبْلُ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold on to the rope of Allah all together and do not be separated. The Sahabas now approach the Prophet, Ya Rasulullah, which rope is Allah referring to? What is the rope of Allah? Then the Prophet said to them, Inni taraktu lakumus sakalain. I am leaving unto you two well-loaded things. The first one is better than the second one. This first one is the Quran. This is in Sunan al-Tirmizi. Yes, in the Sunan of Imam al-Tirmizi. Al-Quran, hiya hablum min Allah. The Holy Quran is this rope from Allah. So the Prophet is now explaining to us the verse of the Quran. This is Tafsirul Quran bi Sunnah. That is, the Holy Quran is the rope that Allah has sent down for us to hold on to and not to leave it for everlastingly. This is Tafsirul Quran bi Sunnah. We also have Tafsirul Quran bi Qawlu Sahaba, the interpretation of the Quran by the words of the companions. And we have the Tafsirul Quran bi Qawlu Ahl al-Bayt, the interpretation of the Holy Quran with the words, by the words of the opinions of the Ahl al-Bayt, the progeny of the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. Like the where Allah is saying Surah Al-Hud, Baqiyatullah khairul lakum in kuntum mu'minin, where Allah is saying that what Allah has left aside for you, what Allah has preserved for this ummah, is what is best for this ummah, if at all you are a believer. We didn't understand this verse. But in the time of Sayyidina Muhammad al-Bakir, that the Prophet said is going to come after him, the Prophet prophesied him when he came. When he visited the town of Nabiullah, Shu'aib alayhi salam, they refused, they did not allow him to enter into that city, the city of Madian. And so at the outright sketch outside that city, he ascended onto a mountain. He was reciting the Holy Qur'an. And when he reached this surah, Surah Al-Hud, this very ayah which says, Bakiyatullah khayrun lakum in kuntum mu'minin, he now says, Wallah nahnu bakiyatullahi lakum in kuntum mu'minin. We are what Allah, we the Ahl al-Bayt, we the Imams of the Ahl al-Bayt, according to Imam Muhammad al-Bakir and not me. Imam Muhammad al-Bakir is saying, we the Imams of the Ahl al-Bayt, we are the Bakiyatullah for you, this ummah. We are what Allah has preserved for you, this ummah, if at all you are all believers. This is the grandson of the Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. Like another way, Sayyidina Ali karramallahu ta'ala waja'ahu interpreted the Holy Qur'an for the first time after the death of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. This was an incident during the time of Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. A woman presented a case before Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, a case of a child. She gave birth to that child within just 6 months, a 6-month child, and she was divorced from a man, and she got married to this second man, and within 6 months she gave birth to a child for this second man. So this second man rejected the child. The previous husband also rejected the child. So this woman became worried. She now took the case to the Khalifa. Ya Abu Bakr Siddiq, I have never committed zina in my life. I have been divorced by this man, and I have been married again with this, and Allah has blessed me with this child within 6 months. Save me, Abu Bakr Siddiq. I have never committed zina. The two of them have denied this child. Who is the owner of this child? Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, he does not understand this case. He has never seen this kind of case throughout his experience with Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. How can he now understand this?